Hello, I'm Deborah Sword. In past episodes, I've referred to conflict mental maps. Who has a conflict mental map? Well, everybody has one or two or more. Where does a conflict mental map come from? The conflict competence is to reveal to yourself what your conflict mental map is. Adam Shoalts, and I've put that reference in the show notes, calls a map a window into your past and a clue to understanding your worldview. Your mental map is a window into your past because your first mental map is a very small world. Maybe your room, caregivers, food you liked, being comfortable. If your childhood was traumatic, your first mental map might be the floor, neglect, hunger, discomfort. As you grew, your map added more people, more places, but it was probably still simple, straight routes to the few places you went and the people who inhabited your small world. Your way of looking at the world is your worldview. Your mental map and your worldview grow with you as you live in ways you believe are correct. Think about how you buy food. As well as the route to the grocery store, on your mental map is timing, money, who's eating with you, how many meals you need to lay in, what food's already in the kitchen, the recipes you plan to make, if your stove works well, and so on. You juggle many considerations on your mental map as you decide what, where, when, and how to grocery shop. You might be hungry at rush hour, but maybe you'll postpone grocery shopping to avoid crowds or just order delivery. So, what's a conflict mental map? Sometime in your early life, conflict happened. In my case, as a child, I was taken to a giant fuzzy rabbit who gave out chocolate eggs. I was terrified. I clung to the rope that was laid out to keep children in line as they waited to see the Easter Bunny. Everybody laughed at me. This was one of the first additions to my mental map. I'd felt unsafe and bewildered, and people laughed. I've mentioned in past episodes that I grew up in a high conflict family where people screamed insults at each other. On my conflict mental map, yelling derogatory comments was normal conversation, and feelings got you laughed at. In grade 3, I got in trouble for yelling at a teacher. This confused me. I was just yelling about what she wanted from me. I didn't know what I had done wrong. Experiences in life and in conflict add to your conflict mental map. You have a fight as a child and learn a lesson, whether it's to avoid, hide, get defensive, be aggressive, whatever the lesson. It gets added to your conflict mental map that this is the way to be in a conflict, and you begin to expect that in others. Maybe you start to notice that you aren't getting the results you'd like, so you adapt, shift what you believe is correct, then you check the results. That's better, so you change the graphics on your conflict mental map, maybe adding apologies or cooperation instead of defensiveness. You learn to accept criticism and see that that gets a good response, so you add that to your beliefs. Your worldview expands to reflect your new approach to conflict. Your conflict mental map adapts to reflect your new worldview. Over time, based on your experiences and learning, you form beliefs and expectations about conflict and the people who are in the conflict with you. You learn what reactions to conflict are appropriate, who your allies and friends are, and over time you improve the quality of your relationships. You may find that you have different conflict mental maps for family, for friends, for work, volunteer activities, or for when you visit other places. Once you know your conflict mental maps, you can grow them more deliberately. Check in on the results and adapt to add your new conflict competencies. In future episodes, we'll discuss how to use your conflict mental map effectively. Thanks for listening. I hope you'll subscribe to our podcast, share it, like it, leave comments. We love to hear from you. Thank you.